All right, we have some breaking news coming in. Vijay TVK has passed its first big test, with the party winning the floor test in the State Assembly. TVK secured the support of 144 MLAs, comfortably above the majority mark.
அவர்களின் தீர்மானம் நிறைவேறியது, வெற்றி பெற்றது. மாண்புமிகு முதலமைச்சர் அவர்களின் தீர்மானம் வெற்றி பெற்றது என பேரவைக்கு அறிவிக்கிறேன்.
The Tamil Nadu Assembly today had convened for a floor test where the TVK was widely expected to win the trust vote. However, all eyes were on the numbers game as Vijay TVK had support of 120 MLAs to sail past the floor test. But the final figure of 144 indicates that TVK has received support from outside its current alliance partners. 22 legislators voted against the TVK, while 5 were neutral. The DMK MLAs did not participate in the vote as they walked out of the assembly ahead of the vote. Well, this is the latest news that we're getting at this hour. Vijay TVK has passed its first big test, with the party winning the floor test in the State Assembly. TVK has secured the support of 144 MLAs, which is comfortably above the majority mark. Now, the Tamil Nadu Assembly today had convened for a floor test, where the TVK was widely expected to win the trust vote. However, all eyes were on the numbers game, as Vijay TVK had support of 120 MLAs to sail past the floor test. But the final figure of 144 indicates that TVK has received support from outside its current alliance partners. 22 legislators voted against the TVK, while 5 were neutral. The DMK MLAs did not participate in the vote as they walked out of the assembly ahead of the vote. And for more on this, let's go to WION's principal correspondent, Siddharth MP, who's joining us on the phone line. Siddharth, we've been closely tracking the developments leading up to the trust vote, and now that TVK has passed the floor test, tell us a little bit more about how this numbers game played out.
See, it was expected that TVK will muster up support, and they already had the requisite number, so that was out of question right from the morning. But the fact is, what we've seen is there's a split in the AIADMK that has come out fully in the open right now. Because of the 47 seats won by the AIADMK, one faction, that is 25 MLAs, have voted for the TVK, while 22 of them have voted against. So this goes on to show that the AIADMK is now a divided house, and this is a party that used to be a major political force in Tamil Nadu. Now that is almost cleft in half. This is the kind of situation that prevails in a very crucial party in Tamil Nadu, and this is also the larger impact of Vijay's emergence, because there are differing opinions within a significant party in the state, where they believe that their political relevance has come down, and one faction believes that, going with the Vijay TVK government is one option to ensure their political relevance and to continue in the limelight. So whereas another faction believes that, no, we'll do our own way and we'll oppose the TVK. So these kind of differences coming to the fore shows that the AIADMK is a divided house, because now they've been out of power for more than 5 years. 2021 elections they lost, and they've been out of power for 5 years. And now the TVK government in place, ADMK is now the third largest party in the house. Being pushed to the third place is a painful reality for a party that has ruled Tamil Nadu for much part of the last 50 years. So certainly this is a party that's witnessing decline, and with no power, the glue to hold them together, the party is significantly weakening. And as for the DMK has said that they will not disturb Vijay's government, but at the same time, they will function as an effective opposition, raising the right questions. In fact, even in today's speech, DMK's floor leader Udayanithi Stalin raised a lot of questions against Vijay, and Vijay to fulfill his old promises and not just blame it on the financial situation of the state. He also went on to challenge Vijay and tell him that DMK government, despite the difficulties in the past, had fulfilled a lot of the welfare measures. So he urged Vijay to take governance head on and not just focus on Instagram reels. So very strong criticism coming from the DMK, saying that Vijay should focus on governance more and not on publicity and Instagram reels. So this is the kind of message that the DMK has sent. It's not going to be smooth sailing for Vijay. While he's got the numbers, it must be emphasized that there is considerable opposition. In fact, many of Vijay's allies also criticized his decision of appointing his personal astrologer to a government post. In fact, many of Vijay's allies, including the left parties and the VCK, criticized Vijay's stance and said it's not correct, and the constitution requires us to follow scientific temper and so on. And and they criticized Vijay for having his personal astrologer appointed as an officer on special duty in Vijay's government. So the opposition parties, or in fact the allies of Vijay themselves, are not holding back. They are using the opportunities they get to lash out at Vijay, because apart from the Congress, all other parties are providing external support to Vijay. So they're not directly obligated to go with Vijay on everything.
Right, Siddharth, now that it has passed the first big test, we understand that many challenges still lie ahead. What's next for Vijay and TVK?
So far, everything looks good for them to continue in power, but the big challenge, as Vijay stated in his first speech, is the Tamil Nadu state debt, because Vijay had mentioned on his oath-taking day speech that the state debt is over 10 lakh crore rupees. So this is a major challenge that Vijay's new government will have to navigate through. While the bureaucracy and the system remains, the fact is that this is a government with not so experienced politicians. If you look at the vast majority of the party, most of them are newbies with limited experience. While the people have entrusted them, we'll have to wait and see how they negotiate with the centre for funds, how they work with the central government on implementing various schemes, what stance they will take as concerned with the BJP at the centre. All of these remain to be seen, because as of now, Vijay's party has not taken an anti-BJP stance. The government has not taken an anti-BJP stance so far. While they have not politically gone towards the BJP, the fact remains that we need to wait and watch how they deal with the BJP government at the centre, because centre-state relations are crucial for the progress of a state, and we'll have to wait and see how Vijay's government negotiates that. Then, of course, expectations will mount as we progress. Vijay's fans and followers, those who voted for him, would expect that gradually, one after the other, the welfare measures that he promised, his poll promises, be implemented. And much of what he said was, increasing the monthly dole for women to 2,500 rupees, LPG cylinders and all of that. And these are things, LPG cylinders, which are hard to get now. So he's promised these kind of things. So we'll have to wait and see how he's able to deliver on some of his promises. And those will be crucial tests henceforth.
Absolutely, Siddharth. It's only the beginning, and as you said, we'll have to wait and see how he delivers on his promises. But for now, thank you, Siddharth, for getting us all those details. That was our principal correspondent, Siddharth MP, joining us on the phone line.